What's up guys? Before hopping into the video, I just wanted to do a little something to thank everyone for the crazy support so far. The amount of activity and comments on my recent videos has been truly mind-blowing, and to show my appreciation to those who got me started, I'm going to be doing a little exclusive Emblem giveaway to the first 1,000 subscribers on the channel. All you got to do to enter is be sub to the channel, and once we hit that 1,000 mark, I'm going to pick a winner. Thank you. You've all heard the headlines, 1-2 punch breaks Destiny 2, or, due to an issue, we have disabled the Worm God Caress exotic gauntlets. Titans have been king of the melee court for far too long, and it's time for the Arc Hunters to rise up and show that they too can pack quite the punch. These intro clips, as well as much of the gameplay seen throughout the video, were captured live at twitch.tv/PixarDonks. Come stop by to see how I create these videos live. What's up guys, my name is PixarDonks and welcome to the channel. I play Destiny 2 on Xbox, and my goal with this channel is to provide you guys with creative builds, tips specific to my fellow console gamers, as well as cover niche topics I haven't seen anyone else cover. I play quite a bit of Destiny and follow the game closely, so I'll try my best to make sure any content here will be on topics I have yet to be seen covered elsewhere. That's it for the intro. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's hop into the video. The endgame PvE Witch Queen experience is just now beginning to unfold, with the launch of GMs this week as well as Master Vow the Disciple on the horizon. I plan to cover builds to help Guardians tackle each activity. However, in today's video, I want to focus on a setup that pushes the meta aside and places the emphasis on fun. By the end, you too will be able to unleash devastating combos on Archstrider with the help of some unique synergies, crazy damage bonuses, as well as a brand new exotic. Let's hop into the build. Let's take a look at our Arc Hunter build. This build will revolve around the exotic gauntlets, the Liar's Handshake, the exotic machine gun, the Grand Overture, as well as stacking damage bonuses. Our top slot weapon of choice will be the legendary lightweight shotgun, the Wastelander M5. We are using this weapon because of the perk 1-2 punch, which not only gives Bungie developers headaches, but also a 200% damage bonus to our melee for 1.5 seconds after hitting a shotgun blast. This buff will be part of the combination that turns our melee into a deadly force. This weapon can be obtained through Xur's Treasure Hoard on Eternity. Our middle slot weapon will be the legendary aggressive pulse rifle, the Insidious. This weapon is unique in that it is a 4-round burst, and there are a ton of amazing rolls that you can choose from, with my personal god roll being Dragonfly and One for All. The raid exclusive origin trait, Soul Drinker, adds an additional layer of survivability, while its arc elemental typing will allow synergies with our mods and subclass. This weapon can be obtained from the Vow the Disciple raid and drops from the 2nd and 4th encounters. Our bottom slot weapon, an exotic of choice, is the new Grand Overture machine gun. This weapon was underwhelming for some people when compared to the strength of some of the other Witch Queen exotics. However, in lower tier content, when you are at or above light, this thing is an absolute blast to use. Wrath of the Colossus allows you to fulfill your dream of giving those pesky Cabal a taste of their own medicine, while Omega Strike gives you the ability to call in an airstrike's worth of missiles on any target you select. This weapon can be found as part of the Season Pass right now during Season of the Risen. The fact that such a powerful and fun melee exotic is not on the Titan class makes my heart ache, but the Liar's Handshake exotic gauntlets synergize so well with their subclass I can forgive Bungie just this once. Their exotic perk, Cross Counter, allows for a powerful healing counterpunch after delivering or receiving a melee attack. This ability appears as an in-game buff that lasts for 3 seconds and empowers your next punch to hit for triple damage. This buff on its own is already pretty insane, and when combined with a few other bonuses, your need for even a single weapon will suddenly cease to exist. These gauntlets can be found as a random world drop, earned through a solo legend or master lost sector, or can be purchased from Xur on the weekend. Before covering armor mods, there are a few things to note about the stat distribution you should be targeting when running this build. Combination Blow is on a base 15-second cooldown, and Cross Counter can be procced from an uncharged melee, rendering the strength stat all but useless. Instead, focus on recovery to help stay alive, or mobility to help you move from target to target more quickly. Our subclass of choice will be Top Tree Arc Hunter, due to our exotic of choice and its ability to drastically improve our melee. The melee ability, Combination Blow, triggers health regeneration on kills, and also stacks in combination up to 3 times. This ability is supplemented by Combat Flow and Deadly Reach, where melee kills recharge dodge energy, and in return, dodging increases melee range. In addition, Lethal Current buffs Arc Staff to create lightning aftershocks when swung after a dodge. Taking a look at our helmet, I have set it to the Arc Energy type in order to slot Well of Ions. This is the last piece of our damage buff setup, and when combined with Combination Blow, Cross Counter, and 1-2 Punch, very few enemies in the game will be able to survive even a single melee. Hands-On will allow us to regenerate our super very quickly, while Harmonic Siphon will allow our arc weapons to drop orbs of power. Moving on to our gauntlets, I have set these to the Stasis Energy type in order to slot Melee Kickstart, further ensuring near 100% uptime on Combination Blow. Melee Wellmaker will be our source of arc wells when using this build, while Unstoppable Pulse allows the Insidious to stun unstoppable champions. It does not matter what energy type our chest is set to, as we will be slotting the artifact mod Font of Might. This gives our primary and power weapons a significant damage bonus tied to an ability with an extremely low cooldown. Our legs have been set to the Arc Energy type in order to slot Seeking Wells. This can be subbed out for Well of Striking, but I prefer the peace of mind that comes with knowing any enemy and subsequent well I accidentally launched with Cross Counter will eventually find its way back to me. Invigoration and Absolution allow not only arc wells, but also orbs of power to feed back into our abilities. Finally, our cloak has been set to Arc in order to slot Powerful Friends. This mod gives a secondary plus 20 mobility, and as the stat is tied to the dodge ability on Hunter, I like to slot this mod whenever I have extra room. Outreach activates the secondary perk on Powerful Friends, and all but solidifies 100% uptime on our melee. Lucent Finisher is another solid option that can be added if you find you don't need the extra mobility. That is all the information you need to set up this build. I will now let some background footage from this week's 1550 Nightfall play out, as I note some of the key things to notice when running this build for yourself. There are a lot of damage bonuses going on within this build, and while it can be cool to get everything going at once to make your punch hit harder than a rocket launcher, this is actually a rare example where the real value lies in quantity over quality. The most effective part about having all these different types of melee buffs is that you can consistently have 1 to 2 of these buffs procced 100% of the time. Focus on cycling through these effects in order to allow yourself a consistent damage boost, rather than focusing on converging them towards a single superpowered moment. Be aware of the different types of healing available to you when running this build, as a quick melee on the right enemy in close quarters combat can save your life in a pinch. Liar's Handshake does not require a killing blow and will instantly restore a set portion of your health bar upon activating Cross Counter. On the other hand, Combination Blow requires a kill in order to trigger health regeneration, which will slowly give you health over time. While you are most likely to activate both perks at once, on the off chance an enemy survives a blow, be aware that while you will instantly regain health, you will not begin the health regeneration you have become accustomed to. Finally, as I stated in the start of this video, try and have fun using this build. It is not meant to be meta in any way, shape, or form, and I highly recommend staying out of melee range as much as possible in the upcoming Grandmasters. We've started to enter the part of the Destiny 2 cycle where people are looking for things to keep them engaged, and one of the things that keeps the game fresh for me is the ability to completely change my playstyle from one day to the next depending on the gear I decide to run. Lean into this lightning-oriented karate chop playstyle, and suddenly, even activities that haven't changed in years can have a breath of fresh air. That's all for today's video. Thank you to everyone who made it to the end. I hope you found this guide useful, and I hope to see some lightning quick insta-kills from all my Titan main wannabes in the near future. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for any and all future content, and comment down below what subclass has the most fun melee build. Until next time, PixarDonks has left the building.